That bright yellow powder sitting quietly in your spice cabinet. It may look innocent, harmless, but the truth is, turmeric has become one of the most powerful, misunderstood tools for older adults across America. And maybe, just maybe, you've already begun using it. A little in your morning smoothie, a teaspoon in your tea, a warm spoonful stirred into your oatmeal. You've heard the stories, studies suggesting turmeric can calm inflammation, ease stiff joints, support your heart, and even protect your memory as the years go by. But there's a quiet danger most people never talk about, especially for people over 60, like you. See, if you're using turmeric regularly, there are 3 common foods, yes, common, that you must avoid combining it with. These aren't exotic or foreign ingredients. These are everyday staples, hiding in your kitchen right now. Foods you may have eaten this week without knowing that they're quietly blocking turmeric's power, or worse, turning it into something that causes more harm than healing. You might think you're doing everything right, but if you mix turmeric with the wrong ingredients, its healing magic doesn't just fade, it may backfire. Instead of reducing inflammation, it could trigger it. Instead of soothing digestion, it could upset your gut. Instead of helping your brain, it might do nothing at all. And that supplement you've been taking with hope in your heart, it might be sabotaged by the food right beside it on your plate. So in this video, I'm going to walk you gently, but clearly, through 3 foods you must never eat with turmeric, and then the 3 food pairings that can make turmeric far more effective for your body after 60. So, grab a warm drink, settle in, and stay with me to the end, because this may change how you use turmeric forever. And once you know this, your body will begin to feel the shift. So, why is turmeric becoming a quiet revolution among people over 60? It's simple. As we age, something begins to whisper through our body. A stiffness in the joints that wasn't there before. A digestion that once felt reliable, now feels delicate, unpredictable. A memory that occasionally slips. Not alarming, but noticeable. You're not broken. These aren't signs of weakness. They are simply the messages of time. And with every passing year, those messages become clearer. The body needs more care. The healing must go deeper, and the solutions must be smarter. That's why more and more seniors across America, people just like you, are turning away from pills, syrups, and chemical quick fixes, and turning instead towards something older, something earthborn, something trusted across centuries: turmeric. That means it calms the fires inside your joints. It soothes the lining of your gut. It supports heart rhythm, blood flow, and even protects your brain from age-related decline. And the best part? It's simple. A daily sprinkle, a sip, a capsule, a ritual. But here's where the truth gets sharper. Turmeric only works if your body can actually absorb it. And here's the part almost no one tells you. Curcumin, the healing force inside turmeric, is extremely difficult for your body to absorb on its own. In fact, studies show that without the right support, your system may absorb only a trace amount of the curcumin you consume. That means you could stir turmeric into tea every morning, you could sprinkle it over your eggs, sip it in a golden latte, even take the highest priced supplement on the shelf, and still, your body might barely use any of it. Now here's where things get even more serious. There are certain foods, familiar, everyday foods, that don't just fail to help. They actively block your body's ability to absorb curcumin. And some go a step further, triggering side effects instead of benefits, especially for older adults, where digestion is more sensitive and nutrient pathways require more support. Mixing turmeric with the wrong foods can lead to bloating, acid flare-ups, nutrient loss, and an invisible wall that stops turmeric from doing its job. So if you're over 60 and committed to using turmeric for your joints, your memory, your heart, what you combine it with matters more than ever. And before you take another capsule, stir another spoon, or brew another golden tea, you need to know what to keep it far away from. Because when you know what blocks it, you gain the power to unlock what amplifies it. Let's begin with the first trap, the one hiding in plain sight, the one that whispers comfort but silently disrupts everything turmeric is trying to do. Enemy number 1, processed dairy. It's in nearly every fridge across America. American cheese slices, powdered creamers, sweetened fruit yogurts, pre-shredded cheese in plastic bags. They taste familiar, they feel safe. But when you combine turmeric with these ultra-processed dairy products, you're not just making a poor pairing, you're shutting down its healing power. Because processed dairy is loaded with artificial ingredients, preservatives, emulsifiers, stabilizers, sugars, and for a digestive system that may already be more delicate after 60, these ingredients become a battlefield. Your body begins working overtime just to break down the mess. And in that struggle, it fails to absorb the nutrients you actually need, like curcumin. But it gets worse. Studies now suggest that proteins in certain dairy products actually bind to curcumin, locking it up, making it unusable. So even if you're taking turmeric every day, those anti-inflammatory benefits may never reach your bloodstream. All because of a slice of cheese, a splash of creamer. Picture this. You add turmeric to your scrambled eggs, but then toss in a slice of processed cheese. It feels like a healthy start to your morning, but under the surface, that cheese may be stopping your body from accessing turmeric's healing effects altogether. Even turmeric lattes made with powdered creamers or sugary dairy milk, they're beautiful, but they may be betraying you. But here's the good news. You can keep the warmth, the creaminess, the comfort. Just choose better companions. Plant-based milks like unsweetened almond, oat, or coconut milk offer a smooth, gentle base, free of inflammation-triggering additives, and fully supportive of turmeric's journey through your body. These choices seem small, but for your joints, your digestion, your clarity, they change everything. So here's your command. If you're using turmeric to heal, remove processed dairy from the mix and give your body the full benefit it's been waiting for. Enemy number 2, vinegar-heavy foods. Now let's move to the second food trap, one that masquerades as healthy, clean, even refreshing, but beneath the surface, it tears through turmeric's delicate power like acid on silk. I'm talking about vinegar-heavy foods. You'll find them almost everywhere. Bottled salad dressings, pickles, ketchup, mustard, even homemade dishes splashed with white or apple cider vinegar. They feel light, harmless. But if you're combining them with turmeric, especially in the same meal, you may be turning medicine into mist. Here's why. Turmeric is sensitive. Its active compound, curcumin, requires a stable, balanced environment to be absorbed and used by your body. But when mixed with high-acid foods like vinegar, that delicate structure can break down before your body even gets the chance to use it. For seniors whose stomach lining may already be more fragile, more prone to reflux or sensitivity, this combo becomes even riskier. You might not feel the clash immediately, but over time, you may notice bloating, digestive upset, or simply a frustrating sense that turmeric isn't working. That salad with turmeric dressing, if it's loaded with vinegar or citrus, it may be quietly undoing the benefits you expected. So what's the solution? Simple, elegant, senior smart. Instead of using bottled vinaigrettes or vinegar-heavy condiments, make your own blend using extra virgin olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and just a pinch of black pepper. This trio doesn't just support turmeric, it actually enhances its absorption thanks to the healthy fats and the pepper's secret weapon, which we'll reveal soon. And if you love pickles or tangy condiments, you don't have to give them up. Just don't eat them at the same time as turmeric. Spacing is everything. When you separate acidic foods from your turmeric intake, even by a few hours, you create space for healing to happen. Remember, it's not about banning vinegar. It's about giving turmeric a clean path to reach your bloodstream. Timing, pairing, intention. You're not just eating, you're crafting the environment for your body to heal. Enemy number 3, sugary cereals and baked goods. Now we come to the third, and perhaps most deceptive enemy of all. Not because it looks dangerous, but because it feels safe, comforting, familiar. Sugary cereals, baked goods, morning pastries, that bowl of frosted flakes, that warm muffin from the corner cafe, that nostalgic slice of banana bread in the afternoon. They're woven into our routines, into the memories of how mornings used to feel. And now, they're also showing up with turmeric. You've seen them. Turmeric muffins, golden granola bars, healthy turmeric pancakes. It all sounds good, but when those treats are filled with refined sugar, you're creating a war inside your body. Because sugar is inflammatory by nature, it spikes blood sugar, it stresses your metabolism, and over time, it quietly feeds diseases like heart problems, arthritis, and cognitive decline. Meanwhile, turmeric is trying to do the exact opposite. It's calming inflammation, it's reducing oxidative stress, it's helping your brain, your joints, your immune system fight back. But when you mix turmeric with sugary cereals or baked goods, your body receives two opposite commands. One says inflame, one says heal. And in that tug of war, sugar usually wins. Even worse, high sugar levels can interfere with digestion, which means even the curcumin that could be absorbed may be blocked. For older adults watching blood sugar, managing inflammation, or protecting memory, this combination isn't just ineffective, it's a direct contradiction of your intention. But here's the good news. Again, you don't need to sacrifice comfort, you just need to redefine it. Try adding turmeric to unsweetened oatmeal, whole grain toast with almond butter, a smoothie with natural fruit like blueberries or banana. And if you want that touch of sweetness, use raw honey or a dash of maple syrup in small, intentional amounts. Because when your food aligns with your goal, that's when healing begins. So here's the truth. If you're using turmeric to reduce inflammation, don't combine it with foods that create it. Your body knows the difference, and now you do too. Now that we've uncovered the 3 food traps that quietly cancel turmeric's benefits, let's shift, because this is where your power begins. This is where turmeric goes from potential to precision. The truth is, your body isn't fighting you. It's waiting for the right tools, the right combinations, the right support system to turn food into medicine again. And you don't need fancy supplements or rare ingredients. You don't need expensive powders or exotic pills. What you need is already in your kitchen. Because just as there are foods that block turmeric, there are also foods that unlock it, that help it move through your body more efficiently, that make it stronger, more absorbable, more effective, especially in the bodies of people over 60. So in this next section, you'll discover 3 natural allies that, when paired with turmeric, supercharge its absorption, boost its anti-inflammatory power, help it reach your joints, your brain, your bloodstream, where it's needed most. And each one is simple, easy, familiar. Let's unlock them, one by one. The first, and perhaps most important partner for turmeric is something you probably already use without thinking: black pepper. But today you'll never see it the same way again, because black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound with an almost magical effect on turmeric. How magical? In clinical studies, piperine increased turmeric absorption by up to 2,000%. Not 20, not 200, 2,000. That means without black pepper, you absorb just a whisper of turmeric's potential. But with black pepper, you unlock the floodgates. And for seniors whose digestion and nutrient absorption naturally slow over time, this pairing becomes non-negotiable. Your body still wants to heal. It still knows how to process anti-inflammatory compounds, but it needs the right signal. And black pepper is the key that turns turmeric on. You don't need much. Just a small pinch of freshly ground black pepper is enough to transform a warm turmeric drink, a bowl of soup, or a pan of scrambled eggs into a healing ritual. Here's a simple example. Stir 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric into a cup of warm almond milk. Add a pinch of black pepper. Stir gently, sip slowly. That quiet morning moment becomes a daily act of protection for your joints, your brain, your immune system. One thing to remember: freshly ground pepper works best, not the stale dust from a bottle. Fresh peppercorns contain more piperine and deliver a deeper, more reliable absorption boost. And if you're already using turmeric supplements, check the label. Look for piperine or bioperine, a purified form of black pepper extract. If it's missing, you may be losing most of what you're paying for. So here's the command you'll remember. Turmeric and black pepper are not optional partners. They are a healing team. Every time you take turmeric, add the pepper. Every time you forget it, you lose the effect. It's one small change, but it delivers massive returns. The second ally your turmeric has been waiting for is fat. But not just any fat, because curcumin, the active force inside turmeric, is fat-soluble. That means it doesn't dissolve in water, it doesn't activate in isolation. It needs a carrier, a transport system. Without fat, your turmeric may pass right through you. Unused, unabsorbed, wasted. And for seniors, where nutrient absorption becomes more selective with age, this step is critical. You want turmeric to reach your bloodstream. You want it to go where it's needed: your knees, your spine, your brain. But that only happens if it hitches a ride on the back of healthy fat. Think of healthy fat as the delivery truck for turmeric. Without it, the package sits at the door. With it, it's delivered right to the source of pain, inflammation, or memory fog. So what are the best fats? You already know them: extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nut butters, chia seeds, flax seeds, fatty fish like salmon. These aren't just good fats, they're metabolic allies. They help your brain stay sharp, they keep your arteries flexible, and they escort turmeric exactly where it's meant to go. Here's how to use them. Cooking soup or stew. Add a tablespoon of olive oil at the end. Making a smoothie, toss in a few avocado slices or a spoonful of almond butter. Roasting vegetables, dust with turmeric and drizzle with olive oil. Morning eggs, scramble with turmeric and olive oil or avocado oil. And don't forget the pepper. The goal isn't to eat more fat, it's to eat the right fat. Fat that supports, not suppresses, Healing. One warning: avoid toxic fats, margarine, shortening, deep-fried oils. These can fuel inflammation and cancel turmeric's effects. So remember this image. Turmeric without fat is a passenger with no car. Turmeric with fat, it arrives, it activates, it transforms. The third and final ally in your turmeric ritual is something both ancient and soothing: raw honey. Not just for taste, not just for tradition, but because it carries its own quiet power. Raw honey is more than sweet. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, packed with antioxidants, trace enzymes, and immune-boosting compounds. When combined with turmeric, it does two important things. One, it makes turmeric more palatable, especially in drinks or teas. Two, it amplifies turmeric's anti-inflammatory impact, creating a synergy your body deeply understands. This matters for seniors because inflammation doesn't just live in the joints. It lingers in the gut, the throat, the lungs, the brain. And this combination, turmeric plus raw honey, can help soothe those quiet, chronic irritations. But here's the key: it must be raw. That squeeze bottle shaped like a bear? Toss it. Most commercial honey is processed, stripped, and sterilized, leaving only sugar behind. Real raw honey is cloudy, textured, alive. It still contains pollen, enzymes, and medicinal trace elements that work with your body, not against it. Here's how to use it. Mix 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric with 1 teaspoon of raw honey in warm water. Sip slowly. Add both to herbal tea for a calming evening drink. Mix turmeric, honey, and lemon into hot water for a gentle detox tonic, or simply blend into a spoonful paste, a golden spoon, and take it once a day. Especially helpful for seasonal allergies, sinus congestion, throat irritation, general immune support. And because honey has a natural sweetness, it becomes a bridge, a way to enjoy turmeric without turning to sugar-filled syrups or artificial sweeteners. A quick note: if you're diabetic or watching blood sugar, use in moderation. 1 teaspoon of raw honey per day is typically safe and deeply beneficial. So here's the final insight: turmeric becomes so much more when you combine it with the right partners. Black pepper, healthy fats, raw honey. Together, they don't just activate turmeric, they activate healing. Now you know what blocks turmeric and what unleashes its power, but knowing is just the seed. Action is what activates it, so choose wisely, pair it right, and let every bite become a signal to your body. It's time to heal. If this awakens something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone you care about. And if you're ready for more, subscribe, come back, evolve. Because the second half of life isn't about decline, it's about mastery, and we're just getting started.